Isn't it strange that Rivian has once again stopped accepting orders for the travel kitchen? Well, that's not necessarily true because last night they actually just reopened the orders. But what's even more curious is that there's barely any detailed content or real world performance reviews out there. Sure, Justine and her sister Jenna Ezrick, along with Brian Tong, have given us quick showcases of the product, but what about the people that actually want to put it to serious use? How well does it perform in real world scenarios? Fortunately, I got my hands on one and I'm excited to take you on a full deep dive. In this review, I'll break down exactly how the travel kitchen works, the pros and cons, and how it compares to a traditional gas range. Now let's dive in. I have to say, the Rivian Travel Kitchen is a thoughtfully designed accessory. At the heart of the setup is a 120 volt induction cooktop featuring two 8-inch burners, each with 9 adjustable heat levels and a maximum output of 1500 watts. This efficient system allows precise temperature control without the need for open flames, making it both safer and more sustainable than traditional gas stoves. The kitchen also includes a 5 volt USB-C outlet, ideal for powering the provided overhead lighting to brighten your workspace during evening adventures. For food preparation, a 26-inch by 16-inch countertop provides ample room for chopping, mixing, and organizing ingredients, although Rivian instructs that you use a cutting board on top to limit the damage to the countertop space. A retractable handle doubles as a convenient place to hang a towel or carry the unit with ease, and to ensure stability when cooking in your R1S, a stability foot is built into the design for secure placement. Additional thoughtful touches include a pull-out drawer with a cutting board measuring 10.5 inches by 14 inches that's perfect for meal prep or serving. A magnetic knife holder keeps your essential tools safely accessible and keeps it in place when moving the unit around. Together, these features make the Rivian Travel Kitchen a compact, portable solution that transforms the outdoors into a convenient cooking space. This begs the question, is it any good? Well, first, we need to talk about how induction burners work. Beneath the smooth glass surface of the induction stove lies a coil of copper wire. When you turn on the burner, electricity flows through the coil, creating a magnetic field. The magnetic field itself doesn't generate heat, but instead, when you place a compatible pot or pan made of materials like iron or stainless steel, the magnetic field creates tiny electric currents inside the cookware. These currents produce heat directly in the pot or pan. This means the heat is highly targeted. Your cookware gets hot while the stovetop remains relatively cool. It's safer, easier to clean, and far more energy efficient than traditional stoves. This should also mean that food cooks quicker. If you caught it earlier, this means that you'll need specific pots and pans that will work on the cooktop. A simple test that you can perform is by grabbing a magnet off your fridge. If it sticks to the bottom of your pan, it's good to go. Now, if you don't have a pot or pan that's magnetic, but own cast iron, that will also work. Regarding the control indicators on the device, I'll include a quick reference cheat sheet here for easy navigation. One key thing to keep in mind is that the buttons require a long press to activate. While this may take a moment to get used to, it's a smart design choice that helps prevent accidental presses and unintended actions. There's actually also a lock button to help limit any potential for rain or snow from changing your temperature settings as well. Alright, enough talk, let's jump straight into our first test, time to boil. We're running 3 separate tests, each using 1 liter of water. First, we'll use a single pot in the travel kitchen, then we'll test 2 pots at the same time, and finally, for comparison, we'll run the same test on a traditional gas range to give you a solid reference point. Let's see how they stack up. So the first issue that I ran in with the travel kitchen is when you use both cook zones on the travel kitchen, the power output becomes limited. The combined heat levels of both burners can only add up to a level of 9. So at best, you're capped at running one burner at level 5 and the other at level 4 simultaneously. This definitely impacts the performance if you're trying to cook 2 things at once with high heat. In our time to boil test, the single pot on the travel kitchen's induction burner performed impressively, bringing 1 liter of water to a boil in 5 minutes and 6 seconds. However, when using both burners simultaneously, the power limitations significantly slowed things down, taking 14 minutes and 31 seconds. For reference, the gas gas range completed the test in 8 minutes and 42 seconds. The single pot induction results showcase the efficiency of targeted heating, but the power sharing drawback highlights a key limitation for the multi-burner cooking. For our next test, let's see how evenly the cooktop distributes the heat with our sugar test, comparing it to the gas stovetop. We'll sprinkle an even layer of sugar across the surface of both burners to observe how quickly it uniformly caramelizes. This will help us identify any hotspots or inconsistent heating, giving us a clear picture of the cooktop's heat distribution. What we can see is that the induction burner melted the sugar evenly across the entire surface, showing its ability to distribute heat uniformly. In contrast, the gas burner heated from the outer edges inward, creating areas that the sugar was more likely to burn if it was not stirred before fully melting in the center. The winner here is the induction cooktop, which provides a more consistent result with less effort. Next, let's talk about the noise level of the device, something that genuinely surprised me. Before using the cooktop, I didn't expect it to produce much sound. However, you can clearly hear the fans working to keep the unit cool and prevent overheating, and the induction coils emit a noticeable hum during operation. No fault to Rivian at all. This is actually a typical sound for induction cooktops, as the electromagnetic process creates this hum, especially at higher power levels. What I was amazed with is how quickly the boiling stops once the pan is lifted off the cooktop, and you can hear the stove top turn off immediately, unlike traditional gas stoves which continue to generate heat even after the pan is removed. While this is a great feature, it does require a shift in cooking styles. Since the heat stops as soon as the pan is lifted, you'll need to keep the cookware on the stove for continuous cooking or mixing. This could take a little adjustment for those used to lifting and stirring mid-cooking. On the plus side though, the cooktop itself remains relatively cool to the touch during use, which significantly reduces the risk of burns, an added bonus especially if kids are around. This makes the travel kitchen a safer option for family-friendly outdoor cooking, providing peace of mind while preparing meals. Additionally, you can even place silicone mats, heat resistance pads, ceramic trivets, or specialized induction compatible liners between the pot and the cooktop to help keep the surface cooler and make cleanup easier. Moving to cleanup, it's super easy as well. Everything except the cooktop can be cleaned with water and a mild detergent. They do suggest avoiding bleach, ammonia, or alcohol-based cleaners. For the cooktop itself, once it's cooled, the best thing to clean it with is glass cleaner and a microfiber cloth. Now, let's move on to the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. The precise temperature control of the cooktop provides exact temperature control with 9 adjustable heat levels, allowing for precise cooking. It's also energy efficient. Induction cooking transfers heat directly to the cookware, reducing energy waste compared to gas stoves. It's also safer than gas. The cool-to-touch surface minimizes the risk of burns, making it ideal for families with kids. I love that it's portable and compact. It's easy to transport and set up. The travel kitchen offers practical solution for outdoor cooking, whether you're using your tailgate or setting it up on a picnic table with an electricity source. I like the additional features included with the travel kitchen, including the 5-volt USB-C outlet for the overhead lighting, a large countertop for food prep, a pull-out drawer with the cutting board, and the magnetic knife holder. These are all thoughtful details that enhance usability. I did find that the prep area provides ample space for chopping, mixing, and organizing ingredients. I also found it quick and easy to clean up. The smooth cooktop surface is so easy to wipe down. My last pro is that it's actually a really versatile design. Unlike a fixed gear tunnel installation like Rivian was planning to do in the beginning, the travel kitchen is portable and it allows to be used on the Rivian tailgate or anywhere else with electricity. I think that's a big plus. But we can't have pros without cons. So let's start off with the high price point of $1,400. The travel kitchen is expensive, with similar portable induction cooktops available for a fraction of the cost off of Amazon. This positions it more as a luxury or collector's item than a practical choice. My biggest complaint about the travel kitchen is the power output limitations. Using both burners caps the heat at level 4 and 5, significantly limiting the performance if you're cooking multiple items at once that need high levels of heat. Next, the burner size. I really wish that Rivian would have given us one larger burner size and one smaller, because having a 12-inch burner just allows for you to cook more food for more people all at once versus having the two 8-inch burners. A lack of a sink for cleaning dishes. While the cooktop and prep area are convenient for cooking, there's no sink for washing off dishes afterwards, which was originally planned in the first gear tunnel kitchen. My last con is the unavailability for purchase. Rivian has stopped accepting orders multiple times for the travel kitchen. It's now back on sale so you can get it, but they haven't had any clear explanation about why they've been taking it off the gear shop. I think that transparency about availability would benefit interested buyers. So what's my take on the Rivian Travel Kitchen? Well, it's a solid option if you're cooking for maybe 2 to 6 people, but I wouldn't recommend it for larger groups or tailgates where you need to feed more than 6 mouths. The performance is decent, but when you factor in the steep price tag of $1,400 and a power limited cooktop, I just can't fully recommend it for serious travelers. It's more of a collector's item than a must-have cooking tool for outdoor adventures. Now, I think if you're looking for something that truly meets the demand of group cooking or frequent use on the go, this might not be the best fit. I think a typical tailgate grill will be better for tailgates, and I would actually suggest something like the Thunderbolt Adventure Supply Overland Kitchen if you want a full kitchen. This is actually similar to what Rivian originally showcased with the burner, prep space, and a sink that fits perfectly into the gear tunnel. I'll make sure to link that sink in the description below so you can check it out, as well as some customer videos. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you decide whether or not the Rivian Travel Kitchen would be a worthy purchase for your Rivian. Thanks for tuning in, and if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe for more in-depth product reviews and updates weekly. Let me know if there's anything more I can share about the Travel Kitchen, and remember, adventure is always out there.